What if Mike McCarthy decided to turn Jerry Jones down? What if Mike McCarthy decided to turn Jerry Jones down for the job? Mike Fisher is writing this story. It says, here's what some are calling a wild theory. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones offered his lame duck coach a contract extension, only to have Mike McCarthy to turn down the job. Didn't I tell y'all, wouldn't it be funny? I told y'all, wouldn't it be funny if Mike McCarthy turned down the job? Now, Bobby Belt, I was thinking Bobby Belt is maybe he's just kind of reaching or whatever the case may be. But Bobby Belt said he felt like that when they had interviewed Mike McCarthy before the game, and it wasn't them, it was Brad Sham or one of them. And he said that Mike McCarthy seemed very uptight. And he said that when he noticed that Mike McCarthy, how he called the game, that I'm going to do this my way now. Now that we're out of the playoffs, I'm going to do it my way. And I'm about to start putting some things on tape so that I can start building my resume, right? Well, now they're saying, what if Mike McCarthy turned down the job? I said it last week. I'm telling you, because Mike McCarthy is not one of the highest paid, not one of the highest paid coaches. He's not. Chase Daniels knows more about football than most of the rest of us put together. Finding a way to forge a year career as a backup quarterback in the NFL before recently making a move into media will do that for a guy. But Daniel, in the case of Jerry Jones and Coach Mike McCarthy, seems to think he knows a great deal more than he actually does. Okay. Daniel is tossing out what he is calling a wild theory on FS1 that would have the Cowboys owner Jones offer his lame duck coach a contract extension, only to have Mike McCarthy turn down a job with America's team to move instead to fill the vacancy with the Chicago Bears. Now, this is Daniel Jones. This is a hot take. But I said this before then because I want y'all to think about this. The coaching market is drying up. The experienced coaching market is drying up. So unless you want to recycle some fired coach or some coach who, some older coach who hasn't been coaching for a while, you want to recycle them. Or you're going to pay the big money to the Ben Johnsons of the world. Unless you're going to do that, Mike McCarthy, in the eyes of some, may be a very good fit for them. Maybe. And while it is Chase Daniels, so I'm not going to put a lot of stock into it. It's a wild take. But who's to say Mike McCarthy doesn't look at his options? They're talking about the holes in it is that people don't realize that Mike McCarthy's actually free agent can sign anywhere. They don't. Which people are these? People who don't follow sports. Asterisk number 2, are we sure he wants to go back to Dallas? This remark is considered to be a wow by some, but this is not, and has not been outrageous thought. If Mike McCarthy is somehow the object of a bidding war, his agent will accept bids. And Mike McCarthy went and got him a new agent last year. McCarthy has, after 5 years, built a life here, complete with his ownership in not one but area mansions with his family. That's consideration, but it's no scoop to suggest a man who, from the start of his career to his landing with the Packers, coached 8 different places in 18 years, with Dallas as his 9th stop. It doesn't seem at all far-fetched in the nomadic life of a coach, a guy who would consider a place number 10. Another asterisk, he knows the NFC North well, maybe, but he's been in the NFC East for 5 years and 7 years removed from having coached Green Bay in the North. He develops quarterbacks almost better than anyone. We don't argue this, but proving its merits as a thesis paper from an expert like Daniel, not a tweet. By the way, the subject of quarterback, Daniel veers wildly off the rails when he claims that the Bears rookie quarterback Caleb Williams is more a developed player now than Dak was before Mike McCarthy's Dallas arrival. That's not true. No, Dak was well developed when Mike got there. The insinuation that McCarthy made Dak, that's not true either. Dak was already having good seasons. In 2019, before McCarthy got there, while being coached by another quarterback tutor, Jason Garrett, Dak threw for 4,902 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, plus 3 rushing touchdowns. That's far-fetched. He had a very good rookie campaign too. But with all of that, and like I said, I'm pretty. It's kind of a hot take, but I've said this already before. What if Mike McCarthy does have options? What if he's like Dan Quinn? What if he gets the opportunity to go to a place to where he can actually do it his way? What if he gets that opportunity? It just makes you wonder about Mike McCarthy. And it also makes me wonder when I think about this. Jerry Jones keeps talking so good about Mike McCarthy. Y'all don't find that to be strange? Why does he keep talking so good about Mike McCarthy, but he hasn't signed him yet? That's strange to me. Now, I'm just to the point now. Let's just stop talking about this. You don't have to gush over Mike McCarthy every single week, even in the loss. Even when he made the mistakes against the Cincinnati Bengals and didn't run the ball no more after the mid-fourth quarter, he was still gushing. And he's gushed and gushed and gushed and gushed about Mike McCarthy the entire way. It makes you wonder in the grand scheme of things, though, doesn't it? Why does he keep talking about Mike McCarthy? Who is he trying to convince? And that's what I was asking the other day. Who is he trying to convince? Most of us have already conceded that we believe that more likely than not, he's going to bring Mike McCarthy back. So why keep talking about it? It's almost like, to me, he's doing this so that he doesn't have to, in a sense, he's not going to sully Mike McCarthy's reputation in case he winds up going somewhere else. In case he has to go somewhere else. But it's crazy to me. Why does he keep talking about Mike McCarthy? And who's to say that Mike McCarthy wants to be here? I just thought that was a strange. I've already said it before. There has already been talk in the wind, don't know how true it is, that the Jets could be interested in Mike McCarthy. I would find it hard to believe that they would allow him, that Aaron Rodgers would actually want to play for him again. But that's what the talk is. That's what the talk is. So, I don't know. Crazy to me. I just thought that story was crazy. But it's not far-fetched. It is not far-fetched as some people may think. And I was actually laughing that there's another story out here that I don't know if y'all heard Jason Garrett on Sunday night last week, but Jason Garrett is saying, and this may be one of the reasons why this may be one of the reasons why they're still trying to win, or why Mike McCarthy's trying to win. Jason Garrett said that he doesn't believe the Cowboys are sold on Mike McCarthy as much as they keep talking about Mike McCarthy. He said he don't think they're sold. And he stated that if Mike McCarthy does not win these last 2 games, you don't believe they're going to bring him back. I just find that hard to believe, because I'm just kind of like, I mean, why does it have to be on these last 2 games? I mean, have you not seen? I mean, Mike McCarthy is what he is. He is what he is. I mean, what else can you make? I mean, he is what he is. But if you let Jason Garrett tell it, they're still evaluating Mike McCarthy all the way down to the end of the season. And they're basically saying that if he doesn't win this game or these last 2 games, that, I don't know. That's crazy to me. But Jason Garrett said that if he doesn't win these last 2 games, he said, and I quote, they will do him like they did me. That's Jason Garrett. And if there's anybody who knows what this looks like, I guess it's Jason Garrett. But that's what he said. That's what he said. And so, man, I just find that to be crazy. Yeah, I just find that to be crazy. So I don't know. This Mike McCarthy thing, I think it's going to be a lot crazier. I don't know about necessarily crazy, but I do think that Jerry, when the season is over, does not need to make a hasty decision. Really analyze this thing and weigh out your options of, okay, what will it look like? I mean, weigh out your options of, what are the options out there? What are the options out there? And really make the decision that is best for your team.